My fiancée, who ghosted me to be with her ex, called and said, "The break is over and I'm ready to come home." My reply was, "So is this relationship." She then insisted I was the one who broke the rules. I am a 32-year-old man. I was engaged to Amanda, who is 29, or so I thought. This whole situation is a proper puzzle. It all kicked off about 6 weeks ago. We had been together for 4 years and engaged for 1. The wedding plans were slowly inching along. Amanda had been seeming on edge lately, but I just thought it was pre-wedding jitters. We were supposed to go and check out a venue that Saturday. On Friday night, she dropped the bomb on me. "Jason, I think I need a break." "A break from the wedding stuff?" "From work," I asked, playing innocent. I was hoping she did not mean a break from us. From us. Just a small one, to clear my head, to get some perspective before, the big leap. Red flags were waving furiously in my mind. Break is usually code for, I want to go and sample someone else, but I want to keep you as my backup plan. But I kept my cool. "Okay," I said. "If that's what you need. How long are we talking about?" "Not long. Just a few weeks. I just need some space. No contact. It is crucial for me to be alone with my thoughts." "No contact." Got it. My gut clenched, but I just nodded. "All right, Amanda, if you need space and no contact, then I will respect that." She looked almost relieved that I did not argue with her. She packed a bag. She said she would crash with her sister, Laura. She gave me a peck on the cheek. And then, just like that, she was gone. The first week was terrible. There was absolute radio silence, just as she had requested. I replayed everything in my mind, wondering where I had messed up. It was the standard self-blame game. Then, about 10 days into this break, I was scrolling through Instagram. Amanda is not a big poster, but her sister, Laura, is a chronic oversharer. And there it was. It was on Laura's story. There were pictures of a beach bar, cocktails, and sunsets. And there was Amanda, beaming. Her arm was cozily wrapped around Kevin, who is about 30. He was her college ex-boyfriend, the one she had sworn was ancient history. She had called him a fun chapter. That was definitely closed. My stomach plunged. Space to clear her head. Was apparently a tropical trip with Kevin. The no contact rule was purely for my benefit, so I would not mess up her romantic reunion. The sheer, blatant disrespect of it all. She was using our break as a hall pass. A flash of pure rage went through me. Then a colder, sharper thought took over. "Okay, you want no contact while you figure things out with him. Fine. Your wish is granted. Our apartment has always been in my name." She had moved in 2 years ago. The wedding venue, I had just dropped a $2,000 non-refundable deposit on it. That money came from my savings. The caterer, another $1,500 deposit. That was also from my money. That high-end Breville Barista Touch espresso machine that she had insisted we needed. It was around $1,000. It was on my credit card. It was supposed to be a joint engagement gift. But guess who had paid for it? I already considered that machine to be mine, regardless of what she thought. I did not explode. I just started taking mental notes and making a few quiet phone calls. The apartment was my space. Her key was an issue that could be easily solved. For the venue and the caterer, I called both of them. "The wedding is off," I said. I had to forfeit the deposits. That stung, but it was better than throwing more good money after bad. I got email confirmations of the cancellations. The ring. She still had it. It was my grandmother's ring. It was hugely sentimental to me, beyond its cash value. Getting that back was a top priority. I did not text her. I did not call her. I honored her. No contact. Rule to the letter. I just waited. I gathered my documents and my resolve. I let her enjoy her break. About 4 weeks after she had vanished, my phone rang. It was an unknown number. I had a feeling I knew who it was. Update 1. Yep, it was Amanda. She was calling from a burner phone, I guess. She probably figured I would ignore her real number after she had ghosted me and become famous on Instagram with Kevin. "Hello?" I said, sounding smooth and breezy. "Jason? Hi. So, good news. The break is over. I have had a good think, and I am ready to come home and get back to us." The sheer, unadulterated audacity of it all. I almost choked. I kept my voice calm and level. "Oh, is it? That is interesting. Because while your break might be over, Amanda, so is this relationship." There was dead silence on the phone. I could practically hear the cogs whirring and grinding in her head. "What?" she finally said. "Jason, What are you on about? Don't be like that. The break had rules. We said a few weeks. It has been a few weeks. The rules were no contact, so you could clear your head. Which you did, on a beach with Kevin. I saw Laura's Instagram. It looked like you two had a fantastic time. There was more silence, and then a sputtering noise.
That was nothing. Kevin was just around. Laura invited him.
It wasn't like that. We just talked. You are blowing this totally out of proportion?
The break was about us.
For me to get clarity for us? The entitlement was already bubbling to the surface. She genuinely believed that she could just stroll back into my life like nothing had happened. Amanda, you asked for no contact. You went on vacation with your ex. Did you think I would not find out? You made your choice. The relationship is over. I have already canceled the venue and the caterer. Her voice started cracking as panic set in. You canceled them. Without even talking to me. Jason, we put down deposits? That was our money? Actually, Amanda, that was my money. Both of those deposits came from my savings account. And yes, they have been canceled. There will be no wedding. But my stuff is at the apartment, my clothes, my Breville. Ah, the espresso machine. I knew it. Yes, your belongings are here. You can arrange a time to pick them up. Text me a day and a time that works for you this week. I will have them all packed up by the door. The Breville, however, is staying. It was bought on my credit card, and it is mine. You will not be coming any further into the apartment than the entryway to get your other things.
You can't just kick me out. We live together. And the ring, Jason! The ring!
You can't just end an engagement like this. There are protocols. The apartment is solely in my name, Amanda. You lived here with me. As for the ring, yes, let's discuss that. It is my grandmother's ring. I expect you to have it back to me when you retrieve your things.
You are being an absolute monster. This is not fair. I needed that break.
You were supposed to be understanding? You did not follow the rules. You were supposed to wait for me? I did wait. And I saw the choice you made during your break. The only rule you followed was no contact with Jason. The rest of the rules were clearly open season for you. Now, text me a time to get your stuff. Goodbye, Amanda. I hung up. My hands were shaking. It was not from fear. It was from adrenaline. It was from the sheer nerve of her expecting me to just roll over and play dead. A couple of hours later, I got a text. It was not from Amanda. It was from her sister, Laura. Jason, Amanda is a wreck. You have completely misunderstood everything. Kevin was just a blip, a moment of confusion. She loves you. You need to actually talk to her. Also, she needs her car keys. They were in the purse she left at your place. Her car keys, her little Fiat 500, a gift from her mommy and daddy, was parked in my building's garage, in a spot that I pay extra for every month. My reply to Laura was short. Amanda can get her keys with her other belongings. I am not discussing this with you, Laura. She can text me herself. I blocked Laura's new number. The next day, Amanda finally texted me. I need my things. Sunday at 2 p.m., and I still expect the espresso machine. I picked it out. It's as much mine as it is yours. She was still delusional about the Breville. There was no apology. It was just a pure, unadulterated demand. Sunday. This should be interesting. The locks on my apartment are being changed on Saturday morning, just in case. Update 2. Sunday was a real circus, just as I had expected. At 2:00 p.m., there was a knock at the door. I had spent Saturday morning getting the locks changed, which was the best 200 I have ever spent. I spent the afternoon meticulously boxing up every single item that was solely Amanda's. I packed her clothes, her shoes, a metric ton of makeup, half-empty toiletries, and all her little knickknacks. I placed her car keys right on top of the first box. The Breville was sitting on my kitchen counter, where it always was. It was definitely not packed. All of her actual belongings were piled up near the front door. I opened the door. It was not just Amanda. Oh no. She had brought the cavalry with her. It was Laura, the Insta reporter, and their mom, Carol, who is in her 50s. Carol has always given me the side eye, but she would butter me up when I was the one footing the bills. Amanda looked like she had been dragged through a hedge backward. Her eyes were puffy, but she had a defiant scowl on her face. Laura was radiating fury. Carol immediately slipped into her concerned matriarch mode. Jason, dear, Carol began. Amanda mentioned a little misunderstanding. I am sure we can smooth this all over. She just needed a tiny breather. Carol, there was no misunderstanding. Amanda took her breather with her ex-boyfriend on a tropical island after demanding no contact with me. The engagement is off. The relationship is over. Her belongings are packed by the door. I waved my hand at the mountain of boxes. Her car keys are on the top box right there. Amanda's eyes darted to the boxes. Then they darted past me to the kitchen counter where the Breville sat. Where is the Breville?
You said you packed my things.
I told you. I picked that one out. It is ours. I packed your things, Amanda. The Breville was a gift to us, yes. But it was paid for with my credit card, and it is staying with me in my apartment. You can consider all the coffees you have had to be your share. You can't do that.
That's basically stealing.
She loves that machine.
Laura chimed in. It is not stealing if it is mine, in my apartment. Now, take the rest of your actual belongings. Jason, this is hardly appropriate behavior, Carol said. After 4 years, Amanda has been terribly distressed by your coldness. And changing the locks, that was so unnecessary. Changing the locks on my own apartment, after my fiancé ghosted me for her, seemed pretty necessary to me. Now, are you going to take this stuff or not? I have things to do. Amanda finally found her voice again. It was trembling with rage. Where is the ring, Jason? You said you wanted it back. Are you going to pawn it to pay for your new locks? No, Amanda. I am going to put it back in its box, where it belongs. The ring, please. I held out my hand. She made a big show of unclipping it from a chain she was wearing. The nerve of her, actually wearing it. She practically chucked it at me. I caught it. You will regret this, Jason, Amanda said. Kevin actually gets me. He would not pull this kind of stunt. Good for Kevin. Maybe he will buy you a new Breville. Now, please take your things. You have 1 hour. I will be in the back room. They started grabbing the boxes. There were a lot of muttered insults. Amanda kept trying to pick fights. My expensive skincare is not even packed right. This stuff costs a fortune. From the other room, I yelled back. You should have taken it to the beach with Kevin. He is such a bore. I always said he was too dull for you, Amanda, Laura added. Carol, surprisingly, was quiet. She was mostly just sighing and shooting daggers at me with her eyes. Then came the dirty trick. Amanda suddenly remembered some valuable heirloom jewelry that her grandmother had given her. She said she thought she might have left it in my sock drawer. She demanded to come in and search for it. Nope, I said. That is not happening. If it was truly valuable, you would have taken it with you on your break. I packed everything I found that was yours. If it is not in those boxes, then it is not here.
I am calling the cops? You are stealing from me.
She fumbled for her phone. Go ahead. Explain to them that you left your alleged valuables in your ex-boyfriend's apartment after you ditched your engagement for another guy. And that now he will not let you ransack his bedroom. Let's see how that goes for you. She glared at me, but she did not make the call. Carol finally intervened. Girls, let's just get this over with. He is clearly not going to budge. There was a hint of wariness in her voice. They finally hauled the last box out. It took them the full hour, with a lot of huffing and puffing. As they were leaving, Amanda got in one last parting shot. You are going to be so lonely, Jason. You threw away everything for a stupid Instagram post. No, Amanda, I said. I threw it away because you betrayed me, and then you expected me to thank you for it. Goodbye. I closed the door and double-locked it. A wave of emptiness washed over me. And then, a huge sense of relief. It was done. Or so I hoped. Yesterday, I got a letter from a lawyer. Amanda is seeking compensation for emotional distress and shared assets. What shared assets? The $1,000 for the Breville and the $3,500 for the non-refundable wedding deposits, which she claims were joint marital funds. Her claim about the deposits is particularly galling, given that she was the one who caused the wedding to be cancelled by her actions, and I was the one who had paid for them. The entitlement is just off the charts. She wrecks the relationship, runs off with another man, and then she wants me to pay her for it. This is not over. This is war, and I am ready. I sent the letter to my legal guy. He actually laughed out loud. Final update. It has been a few months. The dust has settled, along with Amanda's laughable legal threats. It is time for the final chapter of this saga. Amanda's lawyer actually tried to play hardball. He sent a few more aggressive letters. My guy, bless his cynical, methodical soul, dismantled every single one of their claims. For the emotional distress, he pointed out that Amanda was the one who had initiated the break. Amanda was the one who had consorted with her ex. Amanda was the one who had broken the no-contact rule with her demands. If anyone had suffered distress, it was me. For the shared assets, the deposits and the Breville, my lawyer sent them copies of my bank statements. They clearly showed that the deposits had come from my pre-existing individual account. He also sent the credit card statement for the Breville, which was also solely in my name. He politely noted that shared assets usually involve actual shared finances, which we had never had. Thank goodness for my paranoia about that. He also highlighted that the financial loss from the deposits was a direct consequence of her actions, which had led to the wedding being cancelled. Her lawyer argued that I had violated the spirit of the break. My lawyer's reply was gold. The spirit of the break appeared to involve your client vacationing with another man, while expecting our client to remain ignorant of the situation. Our client simply accepted the reality that your client had presented to him. Perfect. After a particularly pointed letter from my lawyer, which hinted that Amanda could be held liable for my legal fees for filing a frivolous claim, her lawyer went completely radio silent. I heard through the grapevine, from a mutual acquaintance who had seen through Amanda's nonsense, that her lawyer had told her she had zero case and that she risked having to pay my costs. The fallout for Amanda has been pretty significant. Kevin, predictably, bailed on her once the vacation glow had faded and the reality of her demanding self had hit him. He was not keen on funding her lifestyle or her legal vendetta. That lasted about 2 weeks after she had tried to move in with him. For her living situation, she had crashed with Laura. That imploded when Amanda expected Laura to be her personal ATM and therapist. Laura eventually kicked her out. The last I heard, Amanda had swallowed her pride and moved back in with her parents. Carol is reportedly deeply disappointed in Amanda for making such a mess. Oh, the irony. As for her finances, she has had to get an actual full-time job. The horror. She can no longer rely on me. That $3,500 she wanted from me for the deposits. She is now learning the value of earning it herself. And the Breville, the pettiest but most satisfying part of all of this. The acquaintance told me that Amanda still whines about the Breville. She tried to get Carol to buy her a new one. Carol apparently told her to save up for it herself. As for me, the first month was rough. I felt like an idiot. But my anger turned into resolve. Those legal letters were stressful, but seeing them get shut down was very validating. The apartment feels like it is mine again. I got rid of all her clutter and repainted the walls. It feels lighter now. My grandmother's ring is safe. The revenge was not anything dramatic. It was a calm, methodical refusal to be played. I refused to fund her bad choices. I refused to let her paint me as the villain. She wanted a break and no contact. Fine. She got it, permanently. She flaunted her ex. Fine. She had to deal with that fallout all by herself. She felt entitled to my money, my apartment, my ring, and even my espresso machine after stabbing me in the back. Absolutely not. Watching her entitlement crash into the wall of consequences was the real payoff. She genuinely believed that she could have it all, send me the bill for it, and have me wait patiently for her to come back. Her frantic whining that I did not follow her rules for a break that she had used to cheat on me still baffles me. I have had no contact from her or her clan since the lawyers shut them up. It has been bliss. I am dating casually now and focusing on myself. It is good. Amanda played a stupid game. She won a stupid prize. And honestly, this quiet apartment, and the silence where her demands used to be, is the sweetest justice of all.